It's one thing to get caught, but it's another to face the reality of losing your job and getting sued. Let's start with a case where an officer's misconduct led to both his dismissal and a hefty lawsuit.
On November 30th, Stuttgart PD Sergeant Michael Williams was called to the scene to do a welfare check after a couple was fighting, and the wife called and complained that her husband might be. But instead of checking up on the husband, the officers start violating his rights.
Hey, so your wife wanted us to check on you.
My wife?
Yeah. Are you going through something?
Yeah, but...
Can you put your hands out of your pocket for me? No, you're good.
Am I being detained?
No. Hey, I need you to come back over here and talk to me, though. That's a order. Hey. Sir?
Yes or no?
Sir? I'm just trying to... Listen, we're just doing a welfare check on you.
Yes. Am I being detained? Yes or no?
Not right now. I need to talk to you.
Gotta get back to work.
He don't want to talk.
After Officer Haley tries talking to the husband but fails, Sergeant Michael comes and intervenes. Watch how angry he seems, like the guy has broken some sort of rule by walking away from the other officer.
Well, if you're suicidal, that is a crime.
It's a crime to be suicidal. Well, I'm not. So,
Well, that's not what we got.
well, that's
Do you
not
have your
my
ID on
problem.
you?
Nope.
You're going to go to jail. Walk away.
Been taken to jail.
If you walk away from me, you're going to jail.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Obstruction.
For
So keep
what?
arguing.
So, I'm being detained for what?
We got a call. We're here to talk to you. I don't care if you want to talk to us or not. So what is going on?
I'm not talking to you. Because I'm in for the
That's fine. Go ahead and turn around and put your hands back.
Oh, well, you can detain me without handcuffs. I think you're just intimidating me. Alright. In front of work. You don't want it this round. Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Do you have anything that's going to poke, stick, or stab me?
Oh,
You don't know?
probably.
Okay. If anything does cut me, that's a charge.
Really?
Really?
You're on move, Cap. I told you that something might be in there. And it might.
Sergeant Michael arrested the man for doing absolutely nothing. It's astonishing to see that these corrupt cops will go to any length just so they can protect their fragile egos.
I'm sorry, why are you searching me? Huh? Why are you... Because this is more than a Terry stop.
Yes, it is.
So you're not obstruction. I'm obviously not obstructing you. You obviously were. Okay. Because when you walk away from us, when we're here legally, and you were detained, that is obstruction. I didn't walk away from you. You were 100% walking away from me. At first. That was before you told me I was detained. And it will show on your body cam. What? Yeah, you're just violating my rights. Well, there's no violation of rights when you're under arrest.
In response to the situation, 2 auditors went to the Arkansas Police Department to hold them accountable for what had happened. As you would expect, not just Sergeant Michael, but the whole department was corrupted.
I wanted to make a FOIA request.
Okay.
Do you have...
We have to have paper documentation of that. And then once we get that request, we have to send it through our city attorney and make sure it's approved.
Okay. Can I get a piece of paper from you?
Make it 2.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. It's going to come out.
Oh, okay, cool. Are there any officers here that we could speak with?
I'm not sure, but I can check that out for you.
The highest that's here would be awesome.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Sir, I have my sergeant coming up here to speak to you.
Cool, thank you.
What?
You a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I think you were just coming to talk to us. I hope you weren't busy doing something different. I just had a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
So we were just making a I'm Justin, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Sergeant Jackson.
We're here in reference. We're wondering about what happened with Sergeant Williams.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where he had arrested a man named Matt, I believe. Nate, sorry.
Nate Horn.
All the charges were dropped on him, but Sergeant Williams was out there making a call for service, and he didn't want to talk to him, and he ended up arresting him. You know, did he get retrained after that in any way?
That I'm not aware of. We work opposite shifts, so right now he's on nights and I'm on days. So the way they got it set up when we work our schedules is that we never interact with those.
Oh, right.
Because
Okay.
we work 4 on 4 off, but we actually work 4 to a shift. So whenever we come to work, we usually work. We have a 4 set on days and a 4 set that work nights. So when we're working, he's off. And when he's
Gotcha.
working, I'm off.
Would you have done it the same way? Do you believe that it's okay to arrest someone that refuses to talk to police?
That'll be a kind of a comment, but unlikely. They was here for a welfare call, so
understand.
Well, this is something that the public wants to know. Is that just something that Sergeant Williams does, or is that Stuttgart Police in general?
No, that's not Stuttgart Police in general.
So you wouldn't arrest someone just because they don't want to speak with an officer?
Well, therefore, me not knowing the call that he was called on, but it's a welfare check from what I'm understanding.
Well, let's say that circumstance. Would you have arrested him as well, like Sergeant Williams did?
You've seen the video, haven't you?
I have.
Have you?
Yes, sir. I have.
Okay.
Would you have arrested him, or what would you have done?
I mean, just me, my experience, if I'm going there for a welfare check, as long as I see he's okay, that's my own
See,
thing. I
there
make
you go.
sure.
Right.
Give me some of that.
Notice how the sergeant hesitates to answer the questions. If he was really sorry for what had happened, he would have made that clear through his answers, but this was all an act to save face, and nothing else. When the auditor asked him a few questions about the Constitution, his act starts breaking down.
What does the thin blue line flag mean to you?
To serve and protect my community.
Serve and protect your community?
That's it.
Okay.
If I gave you an American flag, well, you're wearing an American flag.
That's it. I'm upholding the Constitution. You know, I'm not violating anybody right
Love it. Love it. No pressure if you don't know it, but do you know the 5 key elements of the First Amendment? I'm only asking you because I think you know it. Most people can't just name off the top of their head on the spot, so.
You said uphold the Fifth Amendment.
The First Amendment. There's 5 elements. The acronym is RAPS, R-A-P-P-S. So religion, assembly, and then PPS.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know it, but off the top of my head, I've got a lot of things going on. But
No worries, man. I appreciate you being honest. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. And you have a good day.
You too. I'm sorry, what was your first name?
Hey.
Paige. Thank you, Paige. I'm Justin. Have a good one.
All charges against the man were ultimately dropped, but Sergeant Williams appeared to have not received any retraining or discipline, at least none that the department was willing to disclose. Arresting and apparently suing a man for not wanting to talk is absolutely ridiculous, but watch this next case where 2 corrupt officers try to ID a man for simply filming and get put in their place.
You don't want to go that way either?
But if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my name. I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions.
On March 22nd, an auditor named Justin went to Clinton, Arkansas in Van Buren County to film the area, a completely legal activity. But as he got there, an uneducated police officer attempted to ID him for filming in public. The situation then escalated when the lieutenant called for the sheriff.
Under here, I wonder what's that about. Is this your personal vehicle?
Yes, it is.
How come you're parked up under here?
Because I rent that space and have a salon here. Why are you
Oh.
videoing cars out here?
Is this the police station?
Yes.
So you have a salon on the same building as the police station?
Who are you?
Is that what's happening? Who are you, lady?
How about you talk to the owner of the building?
Oh, I don't care. I'll talk to whoever.
Fine.
So this is half police station, half beauty salon?
There's multiple renters inside here.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what are we doing?
Cool.
I'm the owner.
You're the owner of the building?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't work for the police station, you just own the building and the
Right.
police station is renting a spot out from you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if the police station is renting a spot out from you, then that makes this public property. So I'm just working on a story in public property is what I'm doing.
Okay. For what though?
Working on a story. Like, what does anyone work on stories for?
But what's the story for?
Well, I can't tell you that. You'll just have to wait till it's published. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep. Thanks, man.
The Solomon Police Department. What's your name?
Cool. I'm Justin. Nice meeting you, man.
Do you have some idea I can say?
No, sir. I don't.
No idea?
No.
Arkansas is one of the 15 ID states. So
there is no way you believe that. All right. Since you're starting off this way, do you have somewhere higher than you? Because I promise you that's not correct, and you're going to get your whole town into a lawsuit. And I don't want to go that way. I've been having a great day. You don't want to go that way either.
But if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my name. I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions. Okay. If you want to ID me unlawfully, you're going to lose your job and your qualified immunity.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
I'm working on a story.
For who are you with?
I'm an independent journalist. What's your name?
Solomon, Lieutenant Solomon.
Solomon?
Yes, sir.
Do not think, there is no such thing as a stop and ID state. There's no such thing. That is a term.
Okay.
That is a...
Let me explain something to you.
Watch how the officer's attitude changes when the auditor mentions he might lose his job. These corrupt officers care about nothing except keeping their power. But the auditor is no beginner. What he does next to the officer will make you question the validity of the law enforcement system.
This day and time, there's all sorts of things going on.
This day and time is a terrible thing because we're in one of the most safest times to date in world history. Tell me a safer time in world history than right now. Okay. So don't say in this day and time, because cops always say that and it's stupid. Okay. So you can start over though if you want to.
Let me just put it like this.
Yep.
You know, if we see somebody looking at our police cars,
come talk to me, sure. But don't threaten to arrest me if I don't give you my ID.
I didn't threaten to arrest
you. Just did, brother. Nope, that's not correct. Get a lawyer out here. If you think that's true, you need to look into it because you're going to get yourself in trouble. That is not true, and I'm 1,000% positive, and I can show you case law and Supreme Court rulings and everything. 100%.
More or less, we're just concerned about what you're doing.
Well, do not think that you can just stop and ID anyone you want. You're going to get yourself in trouble, and you're non-constitutional. You are unconstitutional.
Well, with what's going on, I mean, it's
you are no. If you think you can do that, you don't believe in the Fourth Amendment. If you think you can do that, do you know what the Fourth Amendment is, sir? What is it?
You know, if we see
what's the Fourth Amendment? No. This is important to everybody that you know the Fourth Amendment. What is it?
Sure, I know it.
So what is it? What is it?
The right of freedom.
No way you just said that. No, that's the First Amendment.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. The First Amendment.
No, the First Amendment. Bro, what's the Fourth Amendment?
Okay. All right, just.
Oh my God, dude! And you're a lieutenant? Is your chief here?
No, he's off.
We need someone to teach you what the Fourth Amendment is. There's 5 elements. There's 5 elements of the First Amendment.
Questions for you.
No, I have some concerns and questions for you. There's 5 elements of the First Amendment. What are they?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
What are they, sir? What's the Fourth Amendment? You don't know any of it. You need to go study the Constitution, and until you do, don't say a word to me, please. Go back inside, look up the Constitution, and read those rights and learn them. Memorize them, then come out. Other than that, you don't know what you're doing or what you're talking about, and you don't need to be a lieutenant. And I'm sorry I'm getting mad, but that is ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself for not knowing the First or the Fourth. Walk of shame right there, and it's deserved. Oh, they're locking me out? Lieutenant Solomon, you're opening your city up for a lawsuit by allowing this door to be locked because of me. You're not allowed to pick and choose who comes in here. So either you lock it to everybody for the rest of the day, or you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit, and you better have a good reason for having it locked the rest of the day, not just because there's a guy with a camera. So you better open this door and let me come in, and we can get this over with. Why are you guys so scared of someone with a camera? What are you hiding?
The lieutenant not only walked away mid-conversation, but he also locked the auditor out of the police department. This is what a coward looks like. They try to appear big, but scatter as soon as they face someone who speaks back. Nonetheless, this is just the beginning, because the real event was yet to happen.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, guys?
Good.
All right, I can come in now? They weren't letting me in a minute ago. You know, that's a lawsuit if I wanted to. I don't want to. I'm literally just trying to have a pleasant time here in Clinton. That's it. But here we have... what's your name, sir?
I'm Sheriff Eric.
Oh, you're the sheriff. Awesome. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Justin.
Good to meet you, Justin.
So why'd they send the sheriff down here for a guy with a camera?
Nobody sent the sheriff.
They-
We all monitor the radio traffic.
Hey, dude. Hey, hold on. Before you lie on camera.
If we get a call over the radio.
No, I heard them call the sheriff down here. I heard them on. I have them on video calling the sheriff down here.
Anyway.
Right here. Uh-oh, they're sending the sheriff out here. So now you're lying on camera. So now I don't want to talk to you either, dude.
If we get a call, we're
Just be real. Just be a real person for 2 seconds. Why can no one just be a real person in here?
Be a real person.
I am.
Yeah, you're in here causing a problem.
No, I'm exercising my rights.
Yeah, but if it becomes disorderly,
I told you my name's
then
Justin
you're
like
being
6 times, dude.
Have a right to ask your last
Okay.
You can ask, and I don't have to tell you.
Okay.
You have to have reasonable or you have to have.
That's water.
No, you're not. You have to have reasonable or articulable suspicion of a crime.
You're on private property looking at people's
Again, if you cause
No,
a
this is
disturbance,
public. This is public
if
property.
you cause a disturbance,
This is
then
public
you can
property.
be charged with disorderly conduct.
Were you parking your cop cars back there?
As long as
Then
you're
it's public.
civil, as long as
Public.
you're civil, there's not a problem.
I'm civil, brother.
That's what I'm saying. But if it did become disorderly, then you could be charged with disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
But until then,
Don't-
as long as you're
You
civil,
were also looking at private
everything's
things
good.
back there too, because we.
I can look at anything I can see from public. You can't trespass my eyes.
If you think the sheriff improved things, you're gravely mistaken. The sheriff was as corrupt and stupid as the lieutenant. He blatantly tried to gaslight the auditor, making what could have been a simple conversation into a power war.
Just like you said, he had to go look it up. You can sit down in your car and look up every amendment.
I know
before
them
you
by
walk in.
heart.
That doesn't matter. It's not required
No.
by law for anybody to know it.
It is required by law. Do you and you and you and you all sign?
That's where you're wrong.
Did no?
When you go to the academy, the only thing you're required to do is
Brother.
to read it, become
Did
familiar
you?
with it.
All right, I'm about to
and
own you.
know where you can
Get
look
ready,
up
brother.
the laws.
Get ready.
You get ready.
You
get ready.
You swore an oath to the Constitution when you were signed in, and I could find that on video, I bet. So you swore an oath to the Constitution.
Okay, so you were there.
No,
Now you're lying.
but that is what
So you
all
just
police
lied.
do.
You're telling us we're lying.
No,
You're lying.
it is required.
No, you're
If you
looking up
didn't-
and to the right because you don't know. You're making
Dude,
it up.
listen.
So you can use
So
words
you
for-
did. So you didn't swear an oath. So you didn't swear an oath.
I can tell you, you're being.
You can call me whatever you want.
First,
Answer me this.
I don't
Did
have
you
to answer
did
you.
you sign
That's
it?
where
Did
you're
you swear
wrong.
an oath to the Constitution?
That's where you're wrong.
He
I
says
don't
he
have to
didn't.
answer
So you
you.
did. This sheriff he does not believe in the Constitution, and he did not swear an oath
That's
to it.
what you believe.
You're gonna have to get out.
If you continue, and
Yes,
this
ma'am.
becomes
Yes, ma'am.
disorderly, I explained to you
Yeah.
at that point it would be a disorderly conduct.
Dude, chill out. You're stupid.
Okay, you call me stupid, I call you stupid.
You don't even know that you swore an oath to the Constitution.
No, I'm not answering
You
you,
walk
is what I'm
around
doing.
thinking that you have no duty
answer
to the Constitution.
The people, the residents
The
of Van Buren
Constitution.
County. Do you live
The
in Van Buren
Constitution.
County?
The
Do you live here
Constitution.
in Van Buren County?
No, I don't.
Then I don't answer to you. Have a good day, sir.
Do you get state taxes? Do you
Have a
get
good
federal
day,
taxes?
sir.
Do you get state and federal taxes?
Have a good day, sir.
So you don't know shit, brother.
Have a good day, sir.
You guys don't know anything here. You don't
Have a
get.
good day,
No, you
sir.
can't. That's freedom of speech. That is.
Have a good
That's
day,
freedom
sir.
of speech. This is
Education that you're
ridiculous.
treating me.
Y'all should be embarrassed right now, dude. Go back to your office. You're dismissed.
Again,
Go back to your office.
I
You're
serve the people
dismissed.
of Van Buren County.
Listen.
If you don't live here,
One
I
thing
have
you
no
need to go
reason
home
to sit
knowing
down
is
and
you
have a
serve the
discussion with you.
Constitution, and the Constitution serves the people. You serve the
So
Constitution.
you come here from out of town and you go town to town and you try to do some type of a constitutional audit just to try to engage police officers. Is that what you're doing? Because you're bored.
Is that what it is?
You got nothing better to
More
do.
assuming. More assuming.
You're
free to go.
You're a free.
You're free to go.
person in
You're not.
America
You are not
standing here.
detained. You're free to go.
You're not detained.
You're not detained.
You're not detained.
I know I'm not, because I know
I'm
the
not.
law.
I know I'm not because I know the law.
And there he goes, being a 5-year-old again.
Yep.
You don't even know what the Constitution is to believe in it.
You don't know.
You think Arkansas law supersedes the
know.
Constitution. Get out of my face if you think
You do
that.
not know.
You think Arkansas law supersedes
You do
it?
not know.
Do you think Arkansas law supersedes
not
it?
know.
Answer the question, yes or no.
You don't know.
Do you think
just
Arkansas law
enjoy trying to
supersedes the
confront
Constitution, Maddox?
officers.
Maddox, do you think that Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution? That should be an easy question. You should be proud to say hell no.
There was no limit to what this guy was willing to do to soothe his bruised ego. It's like he had an image in the eyes of his subordinates that he needed to protect. This is what happens when you let power and greed take over and forget your actual job.
Stop over talking me for 2 seconds, dude. Let me just finish my sentence. This is annoying as hell. Let me finish my
I
sentence.
apologize for getting under your skin.
Let me finish my sentence.
But when I made a
Can you
valid
not talk for
point-
2 seconds?
when I make a valid
Good Lord.
point,
No,
blow
you
up.
don't. I'm trying to tell you that you
blow up,
don't.
You get angry.
God damn, dude, you're so dumb.
Get angry.
You can't stop interrupting anybody. You're a
You
disgrace.
just spoke for 5 minutes straight.
You wouldn't let me get a whole sentence out without talking over me. This whole time.
Which has nothing to do with the Constitution. It just means
It absolutely
that you are
does.
getting pissed off because
You
you're not
don't
getting
know
the
it.
word in.
Because you don't know it.
No,
You think I'm wrong because I'm saying the Constitution is it. You think I'm wrong by saying the Constitution supersedes Arkansas state law. That is mind-blowing and it does piss me off.
I said Arkansas Constitution. I did not say Arkansas.
Okay.
So you can record your video and you can play
Same
that
thing.
back.
Say it for me.
I said the Arkansas Constitution
Supersedes.
is what I said.
So you think?
You just lied when you said
No.
I said Arkansas law. You just lied.
I think you said law, but I'll just agree to agree. I'll agree to
You need to take
disagree.
your time and review
Listen,
your
I'll
video.
agree to disagree. You said Constitution. Fine. That's still wrong, brother. That's still wrong. 5 years
I'm
old.
dealing with a 5-year-old. So I
This
bring
is your
myself
boss,
down to that
Maddox.
level.
Your boss.
I bring myself down to
He
your
is.
level.
I can see it on his face. He's embarrassed for who he's working for
You
right now.
admitted to me that you work.
I can see it
that
on
you got
Maddox's
more
face,
time on your
dude.
hands, so you're here doing a constitutional audit because
Dude,
you're bored.
It's not more time on my hands. I don't have 2 seconds of spare time. Any
Just
spare
like
time
me,
I have, I do
think
something.
Enjoyed coming down here just because I overheard.
Then
it
go
from
back to
video?
your office, bro. I've dismissed you 12 times.
I dismissed you the same amount of times.
You can't dismiss me.
I did. I said you're free
Can't
to
do
go.
it.
You
Can't
were
do
never
it.
being detained.
Can't do it.
You were never detained.
You can't dismiss me.
At this point, the sheriff was no better than a 5-year-old. He was trying to get back at someone he served, and he had no self-control as he continuously talked over the auditor. What a complete disgrace.
But I did come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful.
Cool. So now that you
encounter.
see that it's no disturbance, you're dismissed.
Thank you for dismissing me.
Do the walk of shame. Get back to your boss, or get back to your job,
my
brother.
Job, again, this is a city police department. When I heard disturbance at the city police department, I come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful encounter.
And you ruined it, man. You were going to be the savior. So
I didn't
this was
ruin
going
it.
to
I didn't come to be
this
the
was going to be a
savior.
perfect video of the sheriff coming down here and straightening things out, but it wasn't. It was a sheriff coming down here and looking dumber than the police officer that called the sheriff down here to begin with.
It's a random, what you call a constitutional audit.
So, that's not all I do, but that is kind of what today is. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. But that's serving your country by trying to surprise a police department or sheriff's office and walk in and go.
So you
"I'm
obviously,
doing a
so
random
you
audit."
obviously don't know the purpose of it. My number one purpose.
And you just said when I post this.
My number
then
one
everybody will get to
purpose
see how
is to make
dumb somebody
change.
is.
Is to make change. So, for example, there are, let's see, 3 towns in Arkansas that have retrained their entire police department because of me.
Okay.
And I had a lawsuit that I could have filed.
What you're telling me
Now,
right
hold on a
now is,
second.
no, that you are operating on fear of lawsuits. You're actually trying to make change.
Dude, no.
by fear
Let
of
me finish my
lawsuits.
sentence for once and you'd understand what I'm saying. I chose not to. It wasn't even a hard decision. And what I wanted instead was for retraining on the police department. And guess what? That entire police department got retrained on the First and Fourth Amendment. And that's what I wanted. And I made change. And guess what? Now they do it annually or every 6 months. They just do it because I was there. And I've even gone back and talked to them after, and they openly admit, thank you for coming up here and doing that. Yes, that was a weird day, but it made a lot of good change. And now every 6 months, we train our officers on the First and Fourth Amendment and reasonable articulable suspicion and so on when we didn't before. And so now I'm saving you from lawsuits. And so I'm educating the police department or the sheriff's office. I'm educating the people in that town as well.
Well, if that was your goal, and
That's
I
what-
come
that
in
is
and
my
just-
goal.
and interrupted your goal with the police department, I apologize.
That is my goal.
Okay.
And I can show you videos where I've done that already. That's my whole goal.
If I interrupted,
As soon as the sheriff realized that this man was not ordinary, he backed off immediately and tried to control the damage he had caused, but it was too late.
Yeah, you came in proving
I
the
came in
stupidity of
to-
the sheriff's office too.
no, I came in to ensure
Within
that this
5
was a
seconds, you
peaceful
said.
encounter.
Within 5 seconds, you said Arkansas supersedes federal. That is the stupidest thing a sheriff could say.
Okay, you just made a generalized statement.
What did you say
Arkansas
then? You say
supersedes
it.
federal.
You say it
That's
how
what
you said it.
just said.
You say it how you
I
said it.
Arkansas Constitution.
Still wrong.
I
That's
said.
still wrong, dude. That's wrong.
And I didn't say supersedes. I said we have to abide by.
Do you want to
city,
go back?
county,
No.
and state.
You said it overrules. Your best bet is just to admit you said it and to learn from it and not to lie. Because now you're a liar too.
First
It's
of all-
one thing to be wrong. It's another to lie.
You instructed me to admit when you have your video, you can sit down and play that.
I'm
back
trying to
later.
help you, dude. I'm trying to help you.
I came into office in 2023. Van Buren County never had body cameras. Do you know why I got body cameras? Because I also worked at the police department and had a body camera the whole time I worked here.
So you got
with every encounter.
you got 1 point back for getting the body cams whenever they didn't have them.
We've got brand new dash cameras. This county never wanted cameras.
I noticed that, and and I know they're new,
Now,
so
the
I
city
appreciate
had
that.
them, and I worked here for many years. I used cameras every day, and it kept us out of lawsuits.
That's
And it
so
protected
cameras
the citizens and the
because
departments.
cameras don't lie.
There you go.
We calmed down a little bit. We got in each other's face. It's over. I'll shake your hand if you will.
What was the first name?
Yours. I'm
I'm Eric.
Oh, I'm Justin.
Justin.
Yeah. Is there anything else you need of me? I won't dismiss you. I am going to do one more little lap in that room right there. I'm obviously not going
And
to.
I will say before I leave, if
Yeah.
you want to come to the sheriff's office, we are open 24 hours.
I will be there. Well, I'll see you up there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you guys. Thanks, Eric.
After Justin posted the video on his YouTube channel, people called the police department to file complaints against the lieutenant, which led to his discipline almost immediately. And within 20 days of Justin's visit, the lieutenant was demoted to officer, and his pay was also reduced, in addition to other things that were laid out in the letter of reprimand by the chief. As mentioned in the reprimand, the lieutenant resigned prior to the reprimand's issuance. This chief has set the perfect example by taking immediate action so corrupt cops can be caught and we can have a healthier law enforcement system.
Next, we'll see an officer who thought he could get away with anything until he was hit with the termination.
On October 8, 2021, officers from the Bluefield Police Department were notified about Edgar as he was protesting and preaching the gospel. Among his many signboards was a board with a picture of an aborted baby. The officers asked him to remove the sign, and what happened next was a scene worth watching.
This is a high school football game. Can I have your name and badge number, please? Officer D.R. Barker. Badge number? You gonna put the sign up? Badge number? 219. Thank you. I mean, sign up. What is my claim? Disorderly. It's causing a disturbance. This is a high school football game. Freedom of speech is disorderly conduct? It's disorderly. Freedom of speech. You gonna put it up or not?
You got a half-naked. You got a half-naked baby.
That's basically decapitated.
Yeah.
This is an abortion. That's what an abortion looks like.
Okay.
Okay, this is a high school football game. You're causing an uproar.
So all the other signs, probably not any issues, but not this sign. Okay.
Okay. Well, you want to tell me what is the ordinance that I'm breaking?
It just
or
said
what?
disorderly conduct. Listen.
Can you let me read the ordinance that says that this picture
You can look it up
in the
online.
city of Bluefield, West Virginia, is disorderly? Is that what you tell the judge when you go to court?
It's Sergeant F.B. Ingle.
Batch number?
214.
214.
Yes, sir.
So both of you
But
guys.
here's the issue. Like we're saying, there's no problem with you being here, right?
Well,
but it's this picture.
This is the only
it's this
sign.
picture.
Apparently it is. So I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, okay?
Okay.
So you're saying that
this picture has to go. Everything
you're
else
saying
is fine.
that if I don't put this picture away, you're going to arrest me.
That's disorderly.
Yep. You're going to arrest me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Officer D.R. Barker from Bluefield City, West Virginia, is saying that if I don't put this sign up, trying to get your face, he's going to arrest me.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to have this in record so I can bring this to my lawyer, that you are threatening me, both of you threatening me with an arrest if I don't put this picture up. You guys are headed for a huge lawsuit.
Why are you being confrontational? We're good with you doing this. It's this. I mean,
This right here, you guys are gonna find out.
Okay.
It's gonna cost you thousands of dollars.
Okay.
That this is not disorderly conduct. This is freedom of speech, First Amendment right. And you, guys,
That's a
both
half-naked
of you,
baby.
Both
That's
of
a
you.
half-naked baby.
There's a half-naked ladies right there. Look at, there's all these half-naked women right here. But
Okay.
you have a problem with this picture.
Yeah.
Why don't you go tell those ladies they're half-naked too and arrest them?
So we're gonna put this one up.
You know what? Are you gonna arrest me? Or you're just gonna give me a citation if I don't put it up?
He's already told you.
You're gonna arrest me?
You gonna put it up or not?
You're gonna take me to jail if I don't put this picture up? All right.
No, it has to be gone.
Even after the protester removed the board from public view, the officers kept harassing him. Now they have made it personal. This is the nature of being a corrupt cop. You can't handle it when someone opposes your authority, even for a second.
We'll be out.
I'm not showing it no more.
You're displaying it right now.
I'm gonna put it under that car.
Is that your car?
That's not my car. I don't have to answer that. But I don't have to take it. I don't have to take it
If
anywhere.
you just leave it here, I'll write you a citation for littering then.
I'm not leaving it right here. I haven't left this spot. You just want to get rid of me.
Leave it over there.
No, for the time
Just
being.
put it in your vehicle and it's fine.
I'm not gonna bring it over there. If I'm walking, what do I do? If I come over here walking, then what do I have to do? Go home and come back when the event is over? So you're pretty much kicking me out of the event.
You have
kicking
to
me out of the
leave.
public.
This has to
Out
be
of
off
the
premises.
It's off already. You don't want the picture to be seen. I already covered it up. Here. It's covered.
It has to go.
It's covered already. You have a problem with the picture. The picture is covered. I'm complying.
So you're gonna leave it like that. You're not gonna move
I'm gonna leave it like that. I just can't go home and come back and then miss the holiday. Why I'm doing it?
You have to take it off the premises.
I already took the picture down. You say take the picture down. I already comply with that. I already obey that. I don't have to.
How are you complying or obeying by just throwing it on the ground?
Correct. What is it?
How are you? Okay, go ahead and put your hands on your back.
Why? What is my crime? What is my crime? What's my crime? What is my crime? Let me have my back.
Put your other hand on your back.
What do I do with the sign? Can you call my wife? 446 Stop moving. 221-664. Diana Aurea. I haven't done anything wrong. They taking me to jail because I'm preaching the gospel. They taking me to jail because I'm preaching the gospel. Somebody call my wife. 43216. Says Jesus Christ is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. They taking me to jail because I'm preaching the gospel of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
After the incident, Edgar went back to the police department to protest and teach the cops a lesson for the wrongful arrest. But the senior officer there was even worse than the initial officers. It's like the whole bunch decided to gather in the same police department.
Who's in charge of the police department right now?
Lieutenant Vance is our chief.
May I have a word with you, sir? My name is Edgar Orea. Excuse me?
Body camera out there?
Yes, sir.
Why are you all taking this?
In case that I have to go to court for your protection and my protection. Yeah.
Okay, what do you need to talk about? I got my camera here.
Excuse me?
I said I got my camera here.
Okay, good. That's good. My name is Edgar Orea, my wife Diana Orea. And we are we're preachers of the gospel. We like to exercise First Amendment right, freedom of speech on the public sidewalks of America. And right now I was doing that, and one of your police officers came and harassed me and told me.
What do you mean harass him? How did he harass you?
He came and intimidated me.
Intimidate by how? Don't just leave open-ended questions. You're going to record. Y'all want to go preach? Go up to the Capitol. We're under a state of emergency.
Let me see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now let me
look
ask.
at it.
I am. Why you have an attitude?
Because you come in here with this, and I've dealt with y'all before, believe me.
Yeah. Why are you raising your voice?
Interrupting the church.
Do I have to raise my voice
but
too?
There you go.
Hold on a second.
You are scaring people.
Is the word coronavirus banned in Bluefield? Yes or no?
You are not allowed to be out there saying, hey, you're going to hell, you're going to burn, you're going to do this, you're going to get the coronavirus and die, because we're in a state of emergency, okay?
So there's a law, there's an ordination that says
you can't be doing that.
If I use the word coronavirus in Bluefield, West Virginia,
you can't be spreading fear.
You're going to put me in jail.
You cannot be spreading fear.
What will happen to me if I continue?
State of emergency right there, you could possibly go to jail.
You're going to put me in jail?
You're using scare tactics. See what I'm saying?
Hold on a second.
You're trying to scare people by saying they're going to burn and get the coronavirus.
Can you do me a favor?
We say that all year round.
Can you write down on a piece of paper the words that I'm not allowed to say and write down your badge number and your name, please?
Fear and go out here and tell everybody
Sir, but what you're doing right now, I could be considered fear too. So they're going to put you in jail too?
Why?
Do me a favor, write down the words. You already did this before to us before.
You intimidated us before.
No, because y'all was standing up there with that bullhorn. Can't do that.
What
you
book?
Can't do it.
So if a Muslim comes and preaches the Quran, you're going to put him in jail too? Yes or no?
If he is out there trying to scare people into going to his belief, absolutely.
Do we have we have no weapon.
Freedom of speech is suppressed.
You can do it by inciting a riot.
This is called, we're not inciting a riot. We're not telling anybody to do any rioting. That's inciting a riot.
You're scaring people.
I'm not scaring anybody. Nobody came to us and said they were scared, and 2 people came and asked us about how to be saved.
We got people coming to us, ask us how to be saved.
And you want to stop the gospel? Are you a God hater?
There's enough prostitution and drug dealers going on the streets of Bluefield, Virginia.
That's why you would want to use your uniform to intimidate people to stop the gospel. Well, you can hate them all you want.
So you're going to discriminate against me because you think I'm an atheist.
You can hate them all you want, but you can't use that uniform. No,
Did you hear that?
You didn't hear that.
So here it is.
Some other options.
Yeah. Y'all can go now.
Anybody.
The wrath of God is upon this police department right now.
They don't have any machine.
The wrath of God is upon this police department. The wrath of God is upon all the ungodly and those who suppress the truth.
Meaning no free speech if this cop doesn't like it. This is what happens when you let a tyrant run the system. The whole system becomes corrupt. But kudos to Edgar for standing up for his rights and, in doing so, empowering people like me and you to do the same. We need more people like him, so officers like these can be put to rest. If you think watching a person preaching and exercising his First Amendment rights is shocking, wait until you watch this next case.
This is the kind of police officers we want down here. People who stop people from having fun.
On a sunny day in Yorktown, Virginia, a young gentleman was driving his remote control car when suddenly a cop appeared and started harassing him and giving illegal orders.
There's many people around for this.
What did you say the issue was?
You're not allowed to drive this.
Why not?
You can't rollerblade out here. You can't skateboard. You can't. You know what? Hold on, let me turn my camera on too, so we can have this. All right. All right. So you can't skateboard out here. You can't rollerblade. You can't use scooters. So what? You can't use that either.
Why can't I use that? It's an RC car. It's not a rollerblade or a scooter or a bicycle.
It's still a moving vehicle, and there's a lot of people walking around.
It's not a vehicle. It's a remote control car. I get there's a lot of people, but I'm at the beach.
Right?
It moves, yeah.
Okay.
I moved too.
If you want to drive this, go that way with it.
What do you mean go that way? Where am I supposed to go with it?
There's sidewalks and stuff down that way you can drive it at.
So why can't I drive it to the beach?
Because there are people here and you can't have it on the beach.
Why can't I have it on the beach?
Because I told you.
Because you told me? Where does it say that in the law? Where does it say in the rules here?
310 Central.
Like, I'm trying to have a good time with my family, play with my little toy car, and you're harassing me for no reason.
Can you send me an extra unit down here? I'm not harassing you.
What do you mean you're not harassing me?
How am I harassing you?
You said I couldn't drive that.
That's
and
not
it states nowhere does it say that I can't drive that.
Where'd you
and
look that up at?
What do you mean where I looked that up at? I don't see any signs.
It's not said anywhere.
Is this public? Is this public? Is this public property or not? Tell me.
No, this is personal. This is county property.
This is county property. So that's not public? I'm part of the county.
Huh?
I'm part of the county. I live in York County.
So do I.
Okay, so how is it not public? How is this area not public? Is it open to the public?
What? Let me ask you this question. So I'm just asking you not to drive this down here, right?
Yeah, I got that.
So why are you giving me a hard time about it?
Because you're giving me a hard time for no reason. I've been here for 2 seconds.
Right?
I get that you said don't drive it down here,
I
but
asked you to do that, right?
Why can't I drive it down here?
Because there's too many
There's
people
people.
out here.
Okay, now where does it say?
It's incredible to see how the cop attempts to manipulate and outright lie. These tyrants are relentless and will do whatever it takes to maintain their control.
But until you show me in writing, I'm guessing you're walking away, so I'm leaving.
I'm not walking away.
I mean, you were walking that way.
I'm moving. I can't move.
I mean, you can move, but...
Well, that's what I'm doing.
So am I being detained or not?
You're not walking, you're not taking that over there. So
Why not?
Because I said.
Why am I not taking it over there?
If I'm wrong, I'll look it up in county code. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but right now, you're not driving this on this beach.
I've been out here numerous times with RC cars. Hey, I've been out here plenty of times. Where the two cops park normally right there, sitting in their cars, walking by. I drive through that field right there, up and down. I drive on the beach, and I got like 6 battery packs for this thing, so it lasts like 4 hours.
That's cool.
Nobody's ever said anything to me here.
Stay here for me, please.
So am I being detained or am I free to go?
No, you gotta stay here.
So what does that mean?
You're detained.
That I'm detained?
Yes.
All right, I'm detained. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
What's your name?
Prefer not to give that.
Well, we're here to talk to you about the situation he's investigating.
I got you.
You need to identify yourself.
Investigating what? What crime have I committed?
Well, apparently you're not, as obstruction possibly. If you're not
Obstruction? Obstruction? I asked if I could leave. I'm not obstructing anything.
You asked me a question, I'm trying to answer it. You want to start talking over top of me.
Your answer doesn't make any sense.
I've asked you what your name is.
And I don't want to give you my name, because I don't need to.
Well, what's the issue with you not wanting to stop running your RC car?
Because nowhere does it say that I can't drive my RC car.
Well, he's out here to keep everybody here safe.
Okay, you can keep everybody safe. I'm not doing anything unsafe. It's an RC car. It's a toy.
To stop running it up and down through here, because those things are pretty fast. Right?
Yeah, it's decently fast, and it is expensive. You're here to prevent problems. So, but where...
You can either stop running the car, as you've been instructed to do by Deputy Brown, or you can leave the beach.
But you can... You could show me where it says that I cannot drive that. It does. It does. Otherwise, where's my freedom at? Where does it say it's against the law? It's not a hazard. No, it is not. It is not. Somebody with a stroller carrying coolers can hit somebody. Why is that a hazard?
Because we talked about how fast it is.
I don't have. Do I have to drive it fast? As long as I have control over it. What's the issue?
It doesn't have any place down here where there's so many people.
There's not even that many people here, and I drove it through this little field right here for 2 seconds.
Did you have it on the beach too?
I didn't have it on the beach yet.
On the walkways?
I mean, I drove it from there to here, to the thing. Why does it matter if it's the walkways? Is this public property?
This is county property.
County property. So it's owned by the county that I'm a part of.
The county,
Okay.
and we're down here to enforce the rules,
So
laws, regulations.
you're saying county property. Is it public or is it private?
It's county property.
Is it public or is it private? It's open to the public. There we go.
In the end, after a long and heated debate, the dishonest officer finally confessed that the property belonged to the public, not to any private entity. However, as we will soon find out, this triumph was short-lived.
We can ban you from the beach.
Ban me from the beach then.
Is that what you want?
I don't care what you do at this point.
To be able to do that.
All right, well, you're not getting my information because I haven't committed a crime.
You know what obstruction is? Maybe
I'm not obstructing anything. I tried to walk away. He said I was being detained. He detained me. I'm not obstructing anything.
Let me explain what obstruction is, okay? When we give you an unlawful order to cease and desist something, you don't do it.
A lawful order. A lawful order. A lawful order. That is unlawful. That's unlawful. That's unlawful.
She asked you for your ID.
I'm not giving it to you.
Investigating this, and you said no. That's obstructing.
How's that obstructing?
Because you're not giving us the required
no crime,
identification.
no crime, no ID.
do you want to stop running your RC card down here where the beach is busy?
No.
Or do you want to leave? Those are your two options.
How are those my two options?
Those are the two options you're being given.
What kind of police officers we want down here? People who stop people from having fun.
Have fun elsewhere. Go to an empty parking lot and rent your car. That's what.
Why can't I run it at the beach?
You go down that beach and use it over there.
Why can't I use it down at that beach? Why can't I use it here?
Close to him. Why can't he use it? I mean,
It doesn't even matter. That's not even the point.
like there's dogs on leashes and everything like that.
They're on leashes.
Yes,
right?
but he has the control for it. Okay, so he can keep it as close to him as possible, and he can take it down there. So how is that any different than a dog being on a leash?
To the beach.
Because the dogs aren't allowed on the beach.
Okay, but even if we're on the sidewalk, you're saying that he can't take it on the sidewalk.
Because people can step on it. People ain't paying attention
so
looking
people
for
can
an
step on
RC
a dog?
car.
I'm controlling
You
it.
can see a dog.
I'm controlling that.
Well,
If he
nobody
keeps
see
it
that.
close to him,
That thing's
if he keeps
2 feet long.
What's the point? Let me ask you this. If you're going to keep it near you, what's the point of driving it? What's so fun in that?
I can drive it around. I get to control it.
No,
My
I'm
kid
saying
likes it. Other kids like
She's
it.
saying if you keep it by you like they keep dogs by you.
From that moment on, the female officer, who I'm almost certain is named Karen, completely lost her cool. It seemed like her ego couldn't handle the pushback she was getting. Keep an eye out for what she does next as she tries to salvage her pride.
I don't care if you're tired of hearing it or not, because you're about to make it to the last resort option you're not going to want.
Last resort option. What's that?
I'm going to explain it to you if you want to stop cutting me off when I'm talking to you. I've asked you for your identification so I can document who I'm speaking with, because it's looking like you're going to get banned from the beach.
Ban me from the beach. Ban me from the beach. You're not getting my information. No, you do not. No crime, no crime, no ID. I'm not showing it to you. How am I wrong? How what? What code? Pull up the code for me.
You want me to pull it up?
Sure, pull up the code.
And when I pull it up for you and I show it to you, I need your ID, because I'm going to document who I'm speaking with. And you're either going to leave, like he's asked you to do with that, or put it away and enjoy the beach here with your family, or we're going to ban you from the beach. I haven't been anything.
When I approached, you said, hey, you need to stop doing that here. That's what you did.
Alright, hold on, where are you?
Yeah, it was. That's right.
I just asked you I came up to say,
man,
you cannot
as soon as you saw it go through there, you freaked out.
you just told him to put it up. You didn't.
Okay, so I told him to put it up. But he's exaggerating.
No, he was not.
You want me to go get that older couple that I was talking to for witnesses?
I don't care.
He had said, like, you even described what he had done before.
What?
After spending a while on the phone, the female officer couldn't find anything, so she went to the side and started looking for it again. Meanwhile, the other cop continued with his ill-informed logic and gaslighting.
It's hot. The picnic area is all the way down there. That's where I was going.
You can go with it, but you can't drive it.
Obviously, you want me to carry a 25-pound RC car. What sense does that make? I have a remote right here.
You're not driving. That's what sense makes.
So if I go down there, all the way down to the picnic area, you leave me alone?
Why don't you go and get your car and drive down there?
I am. That's what I'm going to do.
Where's your car at?
Right there at the parking garage. Reasonable thing. Seems like you're having trouble finding that code there. Am I free to go? Am I free to go?
Yeah, hold on.
Excuse me, ma'am. Am I free to go? He detained me.
Hey, do this. If you pick this up,
he detained me. I don't have to be in handcuffs to be detained. I asked him if I was being detained, and I was being detained.
Can I explain real quick?
Explain.
Get your car. Go get your car. Go to the picnic area. There's a whole big area down there.
I am going down there.
You can do that.
Appreciate it, man.
Finally, the RC car owner reluctantly gives in because the corrupt cops are just too arrogant and stubborn to let such a small issue go. It's truly disheartening to see those who are meant to protect and serve stoop to such levels of pettiness.
Now, let's dive into a scenario where an officer's past actions come back to haunt him.
Our first case takes us to a probation office at Pawtucket, Rhode Island, where YouTubers conducting a First Amendment audit are questioned by the supervisor.
I'm going to ask you to leave the office. Okay. Are you willing to comply with that?
Now that's a personal request.
Yes, I'm asking you to leave the office.
That's a personal request. We're in public. You don't tell us what to do. Are you guys city employees?
I'm asking you to leave the office.
Do you work for the city of Pawtucket?
No, I don't.
Who do you work for?
I work for the state of Rhode Island.
Oh, well, that's even better.
That is the city of Pawtucket.
Even better.
So can we
even
just
better.
make a phone call to the police department? Do we have unwelcome or unwanted guests?
Listen, dude, let me tell you something. This is a public place. Learn your job, okay?
I'm asking you to leave.
That's a personal. That's a personal request. We're taking pictures, and you don't have to know anything.
And I don't know why you're even surveilling or even taking pictures.
Surveilling?
Without even having more than a minute of dialogue, the supervisor calls the police on the auditors, threatening to have them removed from the building.
What's your name?
My name is Mark Moody.
Moody. Okay, that makes sense.
Do you know that what we're doing is constitutionally protected activity?
I've asked you to leave.
You don't have to.
We're gonna have the police escort you off the property.
Let's see how that goes.
Mr. Moody is staying true to his name. He doesn't even bother to research the claims of the auditors. Clearly, his ego precedes his logic.
Frank Hollywood, that's me, man. I'm the face of Rhode Island, baby.
You seen us?
You guys do it. I see you guys. I love your YouTube, man.
Thank you, man.
All day.
Auditing America.
Auditing America. I be home high as hell watching you guys.
The best videos, bro.
All day.
Best videos in the country.
Frank Hollywood _1. Give me some clout, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Real, man.
Thank you, bro.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
So we can't do what?
You can't video in here.
You can't video in here?
No.
Who says?
I'm telling you, you can't.
Who says that?
I'm telling you. This is for. You can't do it. Put
Why?
it down.
Why?
Because I'm just telling you, you can't.
But
Don't video me. Don't video me. Please don't.
Well, it's too late for that now.
Well, you need to take that off there, because if you put me on there and I see it anyway, I'm gonna sue you.
Threatening to sue over being recorded as a public servant? He's gonna have a hard time explaining that in court. But all hell breaks loose as this next rowdy cop enters the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. Yo, are you guys you can't do that. Take that outside.
Yes, we are.
You gotta take it outside.
Hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't get violent. Don't get violent. Don't get violent, bro.
Don't record me.
Do you work for me?
Did you ask me for permission?
We're public, man. Relax.
You didn't ask me for no permission.
Bro, relax.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Relax.
I'm telling you.
Relax. Don't touch me. You guys are assaulting me.
I'm not assaulting you.
You guys are assaulting me.
You gotta take it outside. You gotta take it outside.
This is a public building. This is a public building.
No, it's not. All right.
Yo, relax.
What could have gone as a peaceful conversation escalates because of one evil cop. These officers quickly circle the auditors as if they're about to get physical.
Chill out. Okay. Who assaulted you?
Well, you recording?
Yo, hey, watch yourself. You gotta take it outside. You gotta take it outside.
Leave me alone.
You gotta take it outside.
So why you recording me?
You gotta take it outside.
Look, are you, ma'am?
Who are you?
Let's
Tell
go.
me what to do.
You
Yo, bro,
gonna keep recording me?
Bro, why you getting violent?
Because you're recording me, bro.
Bro, you're in
I'm
court.
telling you, don't record me.
Bro, don't get violent, man.
You don't have to record me.
Bro, we're journalists, bro.
You don't have to record me. I don't care who you are. Did you ask me? Did you ask me? Did you ask me?
Calm down, bro.
Nah, hell no.
Calm down.
I don't care who you are. You ain't recording me like that. Hell no.
Calm down, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna come down. Stop recording, and then I'm gonna come down.
There's half a dozen lawsuits that can be filed in the span of this 2-minute footage the auditors recorded. From the random lady stealing their phone, to Officer Feisty behaving more like a gangster than a cop.
For confidentiality purposes of the Department of Human Service, you cannot record here. You're gonna keep recording me?
broke my property.
I don't care. I told you already, don't record me. Come on. He stopped recording me, you still recording.
You don't see him losing.
Look, man, don't do that.
Just take it away. No, take it outside.
Security.
Take it outside. I am security. Take it outside. You cannot record these people.
He just assaulted us.
You can't record nobody in this building.
Oh my
For
God.
confidentiality purposes, you cannot.
He's just assaulting us.
He didn't touch you.
The cop proceeds to assault the second auditor by knocking the phone out of his hand and breaking it, instead of arresting the female who stole it from him beforehand.
Listen, we can do this. We can.
Don't talk about I assaulted you, because I can. Trust me if I have to.
I've got a video.
I don't care you got a video. Did I put my hands on you?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter. It does matter.
You got
It does
put your
matter.
chest bone.
It does matter. What? I did what?
You got right up on my
So
chest.
I didn't get up on your chest. If I was in your chest, you know it. I'll be up in your shirt.
Is that a
Bro,
threat?
bro.
So no, it's a promise. It's a promise.
You're a security officer. Why you guys so?
No, because you're not supposed to film people going in the Department of Human Services.
But you have
for
to be
confidential
you have to be
I told you from the get-go, you cannot film here. I said it as nice as you wanted me to say it.
Threatening and assaulting is like a reflex for these officers. Is this really what our tax dollars are going towards?
Grabbed my phone and started pushing me back with his hands.
Okay.
That's assault.
Okay.
And I want to press charges against him.
All right, we'll file a report for sure. Is this happened to both of you guys or just one of you?
That happened to me. Well, he
How
didn't
about
take your
you?
phone, did he?
Nobody touched me.
The cops arrived on the scene and were pretty cooperative at first, but that wouldn't last long.
Step over here, please.
Am I being detained?
Right now, you are temporarily detained until we investigate what happened.
Crime right now. So.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're not under arrest, but I
So,
need you to.
so what crime do you suspect me of committing?
We don't know if a crime has been.
Well, that's not how the law works.
Okay.
You investigate first, and then you detain.
Right.
So you can't just say I'm detained right now. That's how it goes.
Okay. Just stand here, please.
Listen, you don't tell me what to do.
Apparently, the cops had their laws reversed. They're supposed to investigate first and detain later.
We're
How
not.
are they gonna know? Okay, she's a domestic violence.
broadcast your videos?
We do, but we're not here to film
you gonna blur
people.
out their faces?
We're here to film
sometimes.
public employees.
Sometimes?
Things started to smooth up, and the cops started to have a thoughtful discussion with the auditors.
I understand how it might be uncomfortable for people to come into this building and be filmed.
I can't understand how they would be uncomfortable. Their uncomfortability doesn't trump my rights.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I know. Okay,
I'm
so
just telling you
I know.
that
And I didn't say you disagreed. I'm just stating.
we're dealing with a lot of people that are underprivileged and they're victims of things, and you guys make them uncomfortable. Just like sometimes we might make you uncomfortable. You guys make
Did you let them know that it's okay that we can record in that hallway?
We'll let them know.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole point. I would hope that you would educate, because that way, if they don't know and this happens again, you guys are gonna be out here for no reason again.
Also, let him know if he doesn't want to be on camera, he can go to the back real quick.
It's uncharted territory for them. They're exploring it.
But they took a job that works with the public, so they can't be like, don't film me. I mean, there's cameras all over this building.
Yes, but you also got to understand a little bit. There are some confidentiality things around here.
Not in public.
Right. And I was explaining to him inside the office.
Right.
There's nothing confidential outside in the hallway.
The publicly accessible area.
Yeah.
So some people might feel uncomfortable, but
Yeah. You
tough
want me to
luck.
go around?
Oh, no, that's okay.
All right.
All right, bro. We'll let you do your job, man.
Hey,
you
all
take
right,
care,
man.
bro. It was
You
good
take
meeting you,
care,
man.
And I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't know what
You're
was
good.
going on.
You're good, Papa. Take care.
Eventually, the auditors and the security officers patched things up. The security guard was lucky that the auditors didn't press charges. The last one got a wholesome resolution at the end. But that's not always the case when it comes to egotistical police officers.
Would you like to look at the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, sir?
Poster 7. You have it posted right outside.
I'm asking you to step out.
Our second case takes place at the Florence Government Center in Kentucky, where a journalist named Sean was once again practicing his right to film in public spaces. He encounters the chief of police, Tom Grau, who very much applauded his efforts.
Public can go.
Yeah.
Not on the doors or knocking in or interfering with anything. But yeah, you're absolutely.
Yeah,
right
I'm
to
not doing
whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
You know, you ain't gonna get me all fired up saying.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
So, the chief doesn't mind journalists filming in public places, but little does he know, his own people seem to have a problem with it. Seems like there's a bit of a gap between his open-mindedness and what happens at the post office next.
You're not allowed to film in here.
I'm not allowed
This
to.
is a federal building. You are not allowed to film in here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to calm down for a second, because.
So, but they come to me and they told me that you.
I get it, but you got.
Asked you not to do that.
I get it, but
I'm
you
just
gotta
letting
calm
you know
down. Who are you first?
You're not allowed to film in here.
Who are you first?
I'm the closing supervisor.
Closing
You're not allowed
supervisor.
to
And your name?
You're not allowed to film in here.
And your
So
name?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
And your name?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Please put the phone down. Stop filming.
The supervisor, in his infinite wisdom, decided that Sean shouldn't be allowed to film, despite it being a public area. Tiffany, the postal clerk, on the other hand, wasted no time in calling law enforcement on Sean.
Boone County Dispatch.
Hi, I'm an employee at the Florence Post Office. I need an officer, please. We have a very unruly person. He's refusing to leave.
Okay. At which post office?
The Florence Post Office, the one at the corner of Turfway and Main Street.
Okay. Is he still in there?
Yes, he's arguing with the supervisor.
Okay.
We're trying to get him just out, and he will not leave.
All right. What's the description of him? What's he wearing?
He is wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. He has a hat on, black hair, approximately, I would say 5'11", 6 foot.
All right. I will get him on the way.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Looks like these two have a knack for making life difficult for anyone trying to exercise their rights.
I have a right of freedom of press in this country. This is a public building. I know you want to. It's a federal public building.
Please walk out.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not breaking the.
Nicely.
I understand. Well,
Yeah,
first,
the-
you didn't come up to me
the
too
clerks
nice.
Have asked you to not film in here.
Yeah. Why would that be?
To do it because it's a federal building. You're not allowed to do that here at the post
Why?
office.
I'm just asking you why.
Please step out.
Why can't I film in here?
Come on.
The supervisor's poor behavior will come back to bite him. Luckily, Sean was smart enough to lead the supervisor to a sign that clearly stated filming was allowed on the postal office premises.
Right here. Photographs for news, advertising, and or commercial purposes. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in the entrances, lobbies, and foyers and corridors of the post office, sir. This is a federal law.
Now you're telling me that you are an independent journalist.
That is correct.
Can I see your identification to prove that?
Well, everybody has. It wouldn't matter. I could make something up at UPS. I can make a business card at UPS. I am an independent journalist.
Okay.
We all have. You can be an independent journalist. Again, would that be considered a lobby?
Proven wrong, the supervisor simply walks away, revealing his own lack of legal knowledge. Seems like he needs a refresher course on the laws he's supposed to enforce.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. And I just showed you a federal law that says I'm permitted to do so. And yet you still want to go against federal law.
I'm just asking you. I've asked you to step out.
Why would you want to go against federal law? You're a federal employee, correct? You're supposed to follow federal law.
Soon, law enforcement officers arrived at the scene, and the officer didn't seem particularly interested in upholding Sean's right to film. It's a shame that those tasked with enforcing the law seem to forget about the First Amendment.
My thing is I get you're doing a story. I get that. But they're conducting business.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not interfering with that. Like, I'm not.
And then you're not interfering with that, but this is their place of employment, and you gotta realize that. I'm sure you have a full-time job.
This is my full-time job.
Oh, okay.
Sean had to educate yet another clueless cop on the do's and don'ts of citizens' rights. He pointed out the poster that clearly stated filming was legally allowed, schooling the officer on the very laws he's supposed to uphold.
Read right here. This is actually federal law. It's not just some poster. I know it looks like that, but it's actually attached. It's actually federal law. So this is the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. And if you see here, photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, and foyers,
Where you see
corridors.
that at?
Corrected, the officer then went to the supervisor to ask for his side of the story, and the supervisor's reaction was quite telling. He resorted to blatantly lying, seemingly more convinced with saving face than telling the truth.
He's walking around and he's filming people standing at the counter and stuff like that. And I asked him to step out in the lobby.
Okay.
You know, I said, I'm going to ask you to leave. And I kept asking him, like, well, I'm not leaving.
Right.
So, I'm like, sir, and he goes, well, I can show you over here where I'm allowed to film. Yes, you're allowed to film. But you can't film the clerks standing back there. You can't film any transactions, because if we'll say if you're standing there trying to do something and he's filming over your shoulder, get your PIN number. You know, anything like that.
Not arguing there.
So, and I'm like, sir, can't do that. So then that's when they called you guys.
The supervisor's story was a complete fabrication. He tried to pin filming transactions on Sean, which was a total lie. It's pretty despicable how he'd stoop so low to deflect from his own screw-up. But not only him. A female officer also chimed in, claiming Sean never talked to the chief and in fact was making it up.
My take on it, he was already at our police department.
He said something, he said, I've already talked to your chief, and I was like...
No, he wasn't. He didn't talk to the chief. He tried to bait the chief. The chief didn't fall for it. And he said, you know, record wherever you want. And he said, you can walk around the whole building. You know, I mean, that kind of thing. So we've been kind of given a heads up on him. So as long as we'll explain that to him. The less annoyed you act, the less reaction he'll get.
And then I asked him, I said,
if she only knew that her chief was well aware of what Sean was doing. It's just sad how some cops view us. No wonder so many innocent people end up behind bars. But luckily, another officer was on call with the chief and came to correct his fellow officer in time.
Lieutenant and chief was talking to him. So he's already been in our department.
That's what she was telling me.
So here's the thing. As long as he's walking around filming, there's nothing we can do. But when it comes to where he's starting to interfere with business.
That's what he was doing. That's what he was explaining. Is that he was coming up to the counter and recording transactions, recording type transactions.
The supervisor, along with the female officer, clearly needed a lesson in citizens' rights.
So if he records, and everyone's like, well, I don't want to, you know, people always have this thing, they're like, I didn't sign anything. Like, doesn't matter.
You're in a public place.
You're in a public place. Oh, absolutely, I would. Absolutely, I would. But I'm just letting you. I mean, this is
it's
public, and he can be here and record. But hopefully, our thing is to let him come in here and record, as long as he's not recording transactions, and let him be on his way. Because my thing is he's. I mean, he is wanting your reaction, and he's wanting to post this. So,
151.
just I know it's.
Your rights are your rights. Period.
Yeah,
regardless of how.
Oh, yeah, that's El Rio Grande.
But listen, but we are going to tell him that as long as he's not up close recording the transactions, then he's allowed to be in this lobby and in the hallway recording.
After deciding what to say to Sean to avoid a scene, the officers approached him, seemingly more interested in trying to assert authority than actually being right.
How you doing today?
So we told them, and you know, you're allowed to be in here, you're allowed to record, just like you were at the city building. But I mean, you can go in there and take your time. You can record whatever, but the only thing that we're asking you is you cannot record the transactions.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
Sean succeeded in turning the tables at the post office. His little lesson was a reminder that knowing your rights can turn any situation around. But Sean wasn't the only journalist to encounter such clueless cops. Our next case really pushes the boundaries of just how dense law enforcers can be.
Get off of me, man. Hey, get off of me.
In our next case, another journalist is at the Employment Commission in Norfolk, Virginia, to exercise his First Amendment right to film public areas and promote transparency and accountability in government. He encounters a security guard from Allied Universal who asks him to stop filming, citing privacy concerns.
What'd you say?
I said you gotta go.
Who are you?
You gotta go. The boss said you have to go. Come on.
Who are you? Allied Universal?
Yes.
And your name?
Come on.
Come on what?
So you one of them.
Why are you saying I'm one of them?
I'm one of them. I wanted to be like recording it. I be watching a lot of videos. I see this, but you making people feel real uncomfortable.
However, the guard remained resolute, refusing to budge even though the journalist's arguments were sound. In a surprising turn, he decided to escalate the situation by dialing 911 on the journalist. He doesn't realize it yet, but he may end up in court soon himself.
It is all day. And while you working, would you be cool with that?
No one did that to you.
Take public. If I'm like this, come on, man. That's a question.
I'm trying to answer it, but I'm trying to say that, again, if I'm in a public place and I'm doing public things and somebody is publicly putting their phone in my face,
they don't like
I can ask them to not do that, and then if they don't respond to it, then again, I can...
Or if they don't like it, nobody don't like it.
But right now, what he's doing right now is, I think, for the public good.
The guard's behavior was considered intrusive and unsettling by onlookers. He started talking trash and mocking the journalist, even shoving his phone in a visitor's face. However, he quickly learned his lesson when the visitor schooled him with ease.
I think there's some policies that are in place that are keeping people from doing the right thing just because they don't understand what is righteous, what is good. So that's why I was trying to explain. I don't know him personally, but I know he has the right to do what he's doing. And if it's making people feel uncomfortable, then I think it would be the manager's job to help explain that, hey, this is a public accessible facility, and if they're doing things that are...
Take it outside.
Well, he has...
At this point, the supervisor jumped into the fray. Despite the visitor's attempts to explain citizen rights and the potential public benefit of the video, the supervisor adamantly refused to listen. He rudely confronted the journalist, demanding that he leave the premises.
I can hold you accountable, sir. Can I get your name?
I asked you nicely to step outside.
Okay. And nicely, I'm going to tell you that I'm just going to continue to exercise my rights, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
But sir, just so you're...
Trying to dodge the camera, probably knowing it could screw up their job, the supervisor suddenly announces that the office is closed, even though there are still people around. Then, to top it off, the guard shoves the journalist out, which is just plain messed up. This behavior is totally out of line and shows a complete lack of respect for the public and the journalist's rights.
Please don't lock the door. As a citizen, I'm asking, please don't lock the door.
Excuse me.
Our office is closed at the present
They're not
time.
closed. You have members of the public in there. Don't do this. Don't do this.
The office is closed.
It's not closed. It's not closed. It's not closed. We need to hold you accountable.
I want the door shut. I want it shut. And I want it...
You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. Stop. Get off of me, man.
Don't resist the...
Hey, get off of me.
Because you gotta, don't put yourself in a situation...
Eventually, officers arrive on the scene, and the journalist recounts what happened moments earlier. The visitor, who was also locked out, stands as a witness to the events.
And help them understand that what they're doing is unlawful. Because if they're discriminating against him just for this fact that he's in a public area, as far as I can tell, he was not violent, he's not using profanity, he's been incredibly polite.
This was exactly what he was doing. He was upstairs, knowing it's like it's small upstairs. So everybody's walking, and he's just like this. Everybody's walking.
Is that unlawful?
Terrible man I am, right?
I'm coming in, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, so that's why they told me to call the police. Then he told me to lock the doors, which that happens.
But I encouraged him to look at what the Constitution is, and even was talking to the supervisor. They did not give me their names. They were even me. Like, just the fact that I was...
I have no idea who this man is. He was just here.
In an attempt to cover up his rudeness, the guard shifted the blame to the visitor, falsely claiming that he and the journalist were in cahoots. Can you believe the audacity? The journalist has it all on video, yet this is the way he's being treated, blamed and accused, while the real aggressors try to cover their tracks.
He came in yesterday asking the same questions a lot. He did this yesterday. They know each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, and that's irrelevant.
You're lying. You need to have evidence of what you're saying. Just because I'm asking similar questions, again, I have a knowledge that you do not have. That doesn't make me better than you. But if you're going to accuse me of knowing this person when you have no evidence or facts of that,
the journalist demanded the guard's arrest, citing the unacceptable behavior of harassing anyone he sees. The security guard's actions resulted in a conviction under Virginia law. The security guard was charged with assault, highlighting a lack of police protection. He should have de-escalated the situation and refrained from physical contact.
And that's all for today. Which of these officers do you think got served the most severe punishment? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery, signing off.